Good evening. This is Capsule J. Welcome to my new series. It's called Sautéed Slimes, and we're going to be playing Battle Chef Brigade. This is a game that I know absolutely nothing about other than I heard on a podcast once that it was really good. That's literally all I know. Apparently it's something to do with like slaying monsters and then taking the monster parts and cooking them in an Iron Chef-like competition. But also solving match 3 puzzles. It sounds pretty out there, so I think this is going to be interesting. Adjusting a couple of settings here real quick.
Welcome once again to the most invigorating exhibition of culinary excellence in all of Victusia.
There we go. My system tends to run pretty loud, so just make sure everything's good there. And excuse me while I send out a quick tweet to let everyone know that the stream has started, and then we'll get going with this game. Okay. Got a little bit of a late start today, so I'm kind of scrambling here to get things up and running, so bear with me for just a moment. Right, and one last little thing here, and then we'll get this party started. All right, one last thing. Got to do all my social media millennial nonsense like I do at the start of every stream. All right, and now we're all set. Awesome, let's do this. I've been excited to try this game, but have struggled to find time for it. So I'm kind of using y'all as an excuse to kind of make myself play this game, if that makes sense. Any of y'all that struggle with massive backlogs probably know what I'm talking about. Oh, this game is multiplayer. I had no idea. Anyway, here we go. I'm assuming this is a game that you play with a controller, so we'll start off with that, see how it goes.
100 years ago, monsters raged across Victusia. They destroyed farms, decimated the dwindling animal population, and attacked our people on sight. Famine and death swept the land. No one had dared to hunt and cook monsters for centuries, fearing their cursed flesh. It was then that King Heinrich and Chef Robichaud delivered Victusia from the brink of extinction. Together, they built the finest culinary institution this world has ever seen, the Battle Chef Brigade, a legion of elite soldier chefs on the frontier of the culinary world. Now, battle chefs across the land stand as our protectors and providers, bringing monster cuisine from hunt to table. As summer begins, so does our tournament, drawing forth the next generation of culinary warriors. What new styles of cooking will we witness this year? What tantalizing dishes will be revealed? This year's tournament is sure to be our fiercest yet.
Hey there, Hungry. Welcome to the stream. So this is a game I know next to nothing about, but I have heard that it is awesome. My general understanding is it is about like RPG warriors that slay monsters and then cook those monsters' parts in an Iron Chef-like tournament. And, oh, I'm doing well, by the way. I hope you are, too. I kind of had to scramble to make it to the start of my stream on time.
Don't buy the blue squiggle again. It tasted spoiled last time.
I'll ask the Brigadiers about it. Where's Saskia?
Trying to wake Mina up.
She just keeps saying 10 more minutes.
Mina, get down here now.
As you can probably guess from the bottom left part of the display, the cooking mechanic is controlled by solving some sort of like matching puzzle.
Saskia, let's go. We're already late.
Mina, if you don't come down this instant.
I'm up. Stop yelling. Is the restaurant on fire or something?
You know it's busiest on Fridays. Finish that Karana Mabo Tofu order for table 2.
Oh, well, it's not quite Meat Stick Monday, but we're having Mapo Tofu Tuesday.
All right.
Oh, I see. Oh boy, I can already tell this is going to be bizarre. Excellent. I would be down to play another. I would totally do a series of tofu-themed games.
A couple of things we got from the market were strange. Not sure what's going on.
The only games I know of that have tofu in them are like Persona and Ganbare Goemon, just because they both take place in Japan.
One Bao Run noodle soup.
On it.
Ah, okay, I have two different sets of ingredients. It's like the squiggle tentacle. Thinking this will give me a better combo like that. Oh, I can like shuffle all the pieces around. This is different than I expected. Curse of Monkey Island has tofu in it? Oh, I don't remember that. Don't understand what I'm supposed to do here. These parts all look like they match to me. Puzzle games aren't exactly my forte. There we go. Oh, I guess green doesn't match with green. It has to have the same colors in the middle. Okay, that's going to be a little trickier than I thought. Oh, and now I can go like that. Now I'm getting it. All right. Spellcaster for Master System. I have not heard of that one. Pick up the dish. Serve the dish. I have to hold the button to serve it. All right.
You stayed up training for the Brigade again, didn't you?
It was Saskia's idea.
Ha! I suppose it was Saskia's idea the last 10 times, too. You know, your father and I would love you to apply, but we need you here. We're not going to be around forever, and your sister isn't even married.
Aw, please.
Ah, I just saw Simon outside. Go gather some fresh ingredients.
You don't think in vertical and horizontal. Usually only one of the... Yeah, I know what you mean. The spinning the pieces is unique to me. I'm used to flipping pieces in matched puzzle games.
He looks like he's in the mood for something off menu. I can always tell by how much he's slouching.
Really, a Master System game with a good story. Maybe that's just my Nintendo prejudice, but it's not something I think of very much.
The standards aren't that high. A 50-point dish should do.
Run to the backyard. Those things are kind of cute. I feel bad killing them. I like the combat animations. It's like a fighting game. It's kind of cool looking. Oh, and the bird is stealing my other dead animal part. That's interesting. Oh, I can only hold 6 parts at a time. Okay. Well, I'm gonna just... Let's do this one. Like so. And then maybe grab that one. Dropping straight on seems a little too easy. Point and click RPG elements and action. Yeah, that sounds like it could be my thing. Yeah, we'll just go with the simple points. Oh, did that not? Well, I'm going to have a lot of blue things in here. Oh, I can't rotate the parts. Interesting. I guess I'm tapped out here then. Yeah, it sucks it doesn't let me rotate the parts before I drop them in. Oh, did I mess it up? Oh, I can then add more parts after the fact. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. You have to say the puzzle aspect of this is more involved than I expected. Alright, so now I add more stuff. Oh, I'm going to be really sad if I come like just shy of the number of points I need. Refill your pantry with ingredients. Oh, I can just walk away in the middle of cooking and kill more things. That makes this much easier. Now we're talking. Now I guess I can just stir up the last pieces. Reminds you of the Cooking and Harvest Moon games. Did they have a cooking mini game in Harvest Moon? I've played Harvest Moon on the Nintendo 64, and I don't remember it doing that, but that was a long time ago. Alright, I think this dish is ready. Oh, you have to hold the button down to serve. Okay.
Hey, Mina. Got a new experiment for me to try?
You bet. Only the finest from our backyard.
It's horrible. Oh,
Aw, man.
What? That can't be. I tasted it myself.
nah, it's actually good. But I have to keep your ego in check.
Oh, what a jerk. Ah, okay. Is there like a mechanical interaction with the cooking process? Or do you just pick items from a menu and they just kind of fuse together?
Oh, Simon, it looks like we'll need some extra satchels of grain and flour. We're running through it a lot faster than expected. Mina, go over to Simon so he doesn't have to make a double trip.
I really don't mind. You live so close by.
Hush. I'll go.
Give this money to his father when you get there.
Thank you, Mrs. Hahn.
Be back in a flash. Simon, wait. Before we get there, I need to tell you something.
What's up?
I'm not going to be around for a while.
Ah, did you get grounded for Brigade training again?
This isn't a joke. I'm finally going to do it. I'm going to run away from home.
Ah, I see.
Mina, I think you're way too old for that now.
Yeah, I think the N64 one I vaguely remember that you could cook, but I think you just brought your eggs or crops to some place and they just became food. But I don't think it was much more involved than that.
I'm not throwing a tantrum. Mom and Dad will never let me leave the Brigade. If I wait for their permission, I'll be stuck cooking the same recipes for the same people forever.
That's not necessarily true. You could change up the menu.
When I make it in, I'll get to travel the land and learn about everything in the world of food.
This definitely feels like the start of an anime or something.
That It's more than I could ever do here.
You're serious then?
Dead serious. I've got what it takes, and I'm not growing enough around here where everyone's happy just doing the same old stuff.
Oh man, going back to Harvest Moon 64 would be so weird. I think I got that as a present for my 12th birthday. If I'm gonna date myself a little bit.
Well,
Your mom is gonna flip. And the only person who scares me more than my dad is your mom.
But I don't know, is Harvest Moon too repetitive for a
Couldn't you wait till the restaurant picks back up a bit?
stream?
They're doing so greatly.
plenty of new travelers will be passing through on their way to the proving tournament. They'll be fine.
You don't own a coin your parents haven't given you first. How are you gonna... Nina Han, you rogue. Now I'm gonna be an accomplice.
I knew I could count on you. This money is just enough to apply, and a bit extra.
Oh really? Oh, so you played it on stream last September. Cool.
Think you could help a neighbor out and spot me some flour?
I don't like this. But how can I refuse my favorite neighbor?
I don't know, I think I would have to play a new Harvest Moon, or possibly Stardew Valley, which I hear is great. Yeah, I consider the assessment kind of the end of the game.
We should get going. Our parents are going to be annoyed that we're taking so long. God of barley, give me strength. Your mom is going to kill me.
I appreciate that these people worship
Dish
barley.
after you in the tournament.
I can relate.
Before I go, how about one more practice, hey Kiki? Sure. Why don't we practice with wind magic one last time? All right. We should have
Wind
some time
magic?
before Ma gets back from Auntie's house. I can't believe our little Mimi is all grown up. It's really happening.
Yeah, I love her fighting stance animation. I really do feel like I'm playing like an SNK arcade game. Whoops, I missed what she just said there. This is crazy. I'm kind of getting like a Breath of the Wild vibe here with the whole killing critters and eating them. But also with a fighting game and I didn't even need to kill that thing.
Oh, before I forget, did you pack enough underwear? What? I think so. Remember, I gave you some of Dad's stationery. I want you to write every week. Kiki, stop acting like Mom. Hey, I have to make sure I'm not allowing you out to die in a ditch somewhere. Well, I'll have plenty of underwear and stationery with me in that ditch. All right, I better get going. Thanks, Kiki. You have no idea what this opportunity... Oh, I know. Don't screw up. And here, take this cookie jar with you. A little reminder of home.
So I heard this game was critically acclaimed, but did not sell very well. And it is really interesting, but I could see how it would be hard to market.
Aw, preyed on Kiki's cloak. I have to get this back, you know.
They say it's good luck for that to happen when you first come into town.
Huh? That's gross. Who says that?
It's a capital thing. I'm Thrash, by the way. You're looking to register for the tournament, aren't you?
Oh, yes. I'm Mina. Nice to meet you. How'd you know I was here for the tourney?
That's a knife bag at your side, and you've got a panhandle sticking out of the back of your satchel.
Right.
Marking the other contestants is easy. You can sense a special aura about them, burning with excitement. Look at me getting all worked up. Anyway, this is the back of the line. Up there with the pink-haired woman is where we register.
Yes, I am playing on PC. This game was actually given out for free by Twitch Prime, so that's how I ended up with it. But it's also available on Nintendo Switch and probably Xbox and PlayStation 4 as well.
Wow. That's a lot of contestants.
Most of the people I heard talking about this played it on Switch. I was busy at the time it came out, so I didn't have a chance to look at it, and sure enough, it ended up being free on PC, and it's hard to beat free. Also, I don't have the equipment to stream Switch games.
I hear there's somewhere around 50 hopefuls.
That's so awesome. This line. Yeesh. Just walked 30 miles and I don't have the...
Well, you can cut in front of me if you like.
Oh, what a nice
Really?
goblin man.
You're so kind. Thanks.
Is he going to steal stuff out of my bag or something?
Okay, this isn't gonna do. Time for some Mina magic.
Huh?
I'll see you around. Gotta go. Excuse me. Pardon me. Just trying to get through. There we go.
I like the girl sitting on top of the giant robot sipping tea. That's pretty cool. Have to pick it up on Switch because it continues to be good. You don't have many newer games. Oh, yeah. I think this game is pretty inexpensive, too, but I'm not sure.
Next! Hey, she cut!
Hi, I'm here for the...
It'll be 10 gold to register.
Yes, I have that. Here you go.
Take this form and fill it out. Hand it to the gentleman to my right. Next!
Mina Han. Age 21. From the Windy Village. Title? Let's see. Well, Simon always calls me the Iron Stomach since I can eat anything. Done.
I didn't know you had a Switch at all, Hungry. I figured you were like a strictly retro-only person.
Here is your registration number. Don't lose it. If you do, tough bricks. Tomorrow, your orientation is at 6 a.m. and the opening ceremony is at 4 p.m.
6 a.m. I better go find a place to stay and... Huh?
Of course, I have to inspect the cat. I want to check out the cat store now.
Good afternoon. Room for one?
Oh, you got a deal on it. Deals on Nintendo hardware are hard to come by.
2 gold a night, and we have complimentary breakfast here. My wife cooks up a storm. If you're here for the tournament, you can stay for the entirety of the competition for 20. It's a steal.
Perfect. Although, that leaves me with nothing left. And what if I get eliminated early? No, I'm not gonna get kicked out. I can do this.
If you need to scrounge up some change, you could always do one of the jobs available in town.
Wonderful. Thank you, sir.
Oh boy, sounds like it's fetch quest
That'll
time.
do. Enjoy your stay and break the dish.
What? Oh, it's probably another saying.
Let me show you to your room.
So which Switch games do you have, Hungry? Since you said you kind of just picked up the Switch on a whim since it was on sale.
Wow, this is really nice.
Wow, 100. That's amazing.
We do our best. I'll let you get settled in. If you need anything, you know where to find me.
Thank you, sir. Maybe I'll just take a small nap.
Oh, well, those are all good ones.
What time is it?
Granted, you can never go wrong with
Downstairs.
Mario and Kirby.
Curious.
Something I'm struggling to get used to playing this game right now is I've been playing a lot of Switch lately, and right now I'm playing this game with an Xbox controller, and all the button orientation is different. So like the X, A, B, Y, etc. are all switched around, so I keep getting a little thrown off every time I look at the on-screen prompts here. Anything I recommend? Oh boy, I've played so many Switch games. Well, since you're a retro kind of person, I would recommend Golf Story and Celeste. Probably would be my top 2 recommendations.
How may I be of service?
Oh, jeez. Be a fine orc lad.
Oh, excuse me.
Oops. Sorry about that.
No, I wasn't looking where I was going. There's quite a few smells wafting around here, of the unbathed nature.
I just got in yesterday myself. I'm registered for the tournament and everything. Oh no. Oh no! I slept through orientation!
Oh my. Well, if you need someone to get you up to speed, I'd be happy to help. I'm Kieran. And you are?
Mina! That would be so great!
We can use the practice kitchen so you're not going into things cold tomorrow. I'll act as your referee. But first, let's find you an opponent.
You're a little torn on Golf Story. Why's that?
Oh, hi there.
Oh,
This guy looks like a chef.
Good day to you.
There we go.
Hey there, Blue.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I'm not that... For me, when it comes to physical versus digital, it's whichever one is cheaper. I guess I'm very economically minded. Unless I think the game has a chance of being bad and I need to sell it or give it away. In that case, I go physical. But if I'm confident that I'll like it, or at least confident that I won't immediately try to flip it, then yeah, it's just a matter of whichever one is cheaper.
Thresh, I was wondering if you'd like to get a little practice in. How about it?
Sure. I live for cooking battles. We should have just enough time before the opening ceremony, and you won't want to miss that.
Good. I see you found a partner.
Oh, no, I mean, that's a rational fear. I mean, things get pulled from the store all the time, and then it's just a matter of... Well, I guess they pull things from the store for new customers.
Let's head to the practice kitchen and get started.
But you could always re-download it for a while. But yeah, I guess I get where you're coming from about the digital versus physical thing when it comes to preservation.
Let's do this.
I'm not very sentimental about games. Usually once I've beaten them, I don't come back to them for at least a decade, at which point there's usually a remaster or a remake or something, or an emulator.
So, what exactly do I need to do to make it into the Brigade?
You must challenge other chefs in town to matches similar to this. Official matches are carried out in the Kitchen Coliseum, overseen by Chairman Common and the judges.
I have to say, this game has a lot of
Contestants
dialogue.
must
I'm
earn
surprised.
7 wins to enter the final round. Chefs with 3 losses are eliminated.
Well, that won't happen to us, right, Mina?
No way! We're going to make it to the final round.
Oh, all right. See you in a bit.
Yes. As for the cooking itself, there are 3 things to avoid if you don't want to lose points during judging. First, always incorporate the match's theme ingredient in your dishes. Second, make sure to place your dishes in front of the judges within the time limit. Third, don't leave anything harmful to the judges in your ingredients, like poison.
All right. Sorry if your game, if the your feed there froze for a second. We should be good now.
There's also a way to gain points. And that's by using ingredients that match the judge's taste preferences.
So basically what we've been learning here is that the fastest way to lose a cooking tournament is to poison the judges. You were summoned to move a shelf.
All right. I think I got it. Let's do this.
Well, I hope it wasn't too heavy.
Very well. Provide me with a dish predominantly flavored with earth.
Since it's in your house, I imagine the shelf is just like full of NES cartridges or something. Probably not, but that's just where my mind goes. Oh, I see.
And your theme ingredient for this round is
Ah, so that's what that little gemstone symbol means.
I never thought I'd get to say this, but in the words of Chairman Common,
It's just a different shelf. Yeah, so here we're learning the rules of the cooking
the Brigade.
tournament, and you have to use ingredients that the judges specify, and also in a flavor profile that the judges specify, and also not poison the judges, which I would have assumed, but I'm glad they throw that in there just in case. Enter the arena. Oh, I definitely need this thing, because that's the signature item. Oh, let's get one of these guys. Alright, that's a full inventory. So we gotta do Karana Nectar first. And then get some of this in there. Alright, now I guess we start cooking. I love that she snaps her fingers just to kind of light up the whole stove. Whoops. There we go. Alright, I have more time. The items you get seem to be kind of random. Sometimes you get a breast, other times you get nectar. I guess I need to look at those little symbols before I pick items up. Oh, I kicked that thing like a little football. Alright. Alright, well we need some more of this green stuff in there. Oh, these are a different color, huh? Ah, whatever. Oh no, I can't drop these. Ah, I keep doing that. I keep pressing A to try to stir. I know, I kind of feel guilty cooking all these things. Oh, there we go. I just leveled up my dish. Oh, the little jewels change color. That's interesting. Come on, brain. I can figure this out. There we go. Pick up.
Well done, you two.
Oh man, the other guy's dish is like glowing all magically. I'm assuming he won.
Let's see what we have here. Wonderful.
Oh, he forgot the signature ingredient.
Perfect.
I was frying things, but the end result was shaved ice? How does that work?
It is with pride I announce our winner is Mina.
Kind of just won by the skin of my teeth, but I'll take it. Yeah, I know what you mean. I was chuckling at myself yesterday for being excited about Meat Stick Monday when I'm a vegetarian, so like probably Meat Stick Monday is the only time I'm excited about anything meat related. And now this game too, I suppose. But that's also why it's appropriate for me to do Tofu Tuesdays.
I was hoping this would calm you down, but now I'm more excited for the tournament to start than before. That was a great warm-up. Mina, you're a strong competitor.
Really?
Mm-hmm. You're so serious while cooking. It's admirable, but don't get too tense. I can see your mind racing in a million directions. Don't forget to breathe.
It's funny how I forget to do that when I'm concentrating really hard. I've never battled against chefs from all around the country before.
Well, I mean, in so many games, finding a meat stick is the thing that can mean life or death, so I appreciate the digital meat sticks quite a bit. I mean, just think of all the time in Castlevania when you, like, break a brick and find a meat stick right before you enter the boss room, and it's really the only way you're able to beat it.
Just think of all the different cuisines and techniques assembled here for the tournament. It's a taste of the world.
Speaking of which, I think I hear some music starting up. Let's go and enjoy the opening ceremonies. Good practice.
But yeah, I know what you mean about your stream getting you to try new and different games. That's kind of the direction I'm taking mine too.
Welcome, one and all. Victusia opens its arms to the world for the annual Battle Chef Brigade Tournament. We wait with bated breath to discover which incredible contestants will join the ranks of the brigade this year. Chefs, I implore you to search within yourselves and draw forth your deepest convictions and abilities. Tomorrow, the battles will commence. But for now, let us join together in celebrating the strength of our land and its people. Vive la Brigade!
Thanks, I'm glad you're liking my eclectic mix here.
Attention! Rise and shine, soldier!
Instructor Razzle!
Mina Han, are you not feeling well?
No, ma'am. I'm feeling great.
Your fellow contestants have all gotten at least one match under their belts.
Kurds. Falling behind already?
You need to get moving, cadet.
Yes! Wait, where do I even start?
My dear, if you had just woken up in time, you would have caught the briefing.
I'm so sorry, Instructor.
There's no more time to lose. Get dressed and go warm up with Thorn at the Hunter's Guild.
Yes, ma'am!
So something I do, or I try to do, is
Care to chat?
play along with these themed events that take place every month on Twitter. They're usually alliterative, like JRPG July, Action RPG August. Right now is Stealth September, which I think I'm going to skip only because I don't think I could talk and play a stealth game at the same time. That's just too counterintuitive. So this is more Skillet September instead, I guess. But next month's theme is horror games, and I probably will go to that. But I don't think I'm going to play like Resident Evil or any of the like really, like the 3D really graphic violent horror games. I'm kind of a chicken, so those don't really do it for me. Oh, I can talk to a cat.
Oh.
Chibi horror game. That's cool. Yeah, that's the kind of thing that I usually do. I usually do the like horror themed, but not like jump scare based kind of games. Like most Halloweens, I play Castlevania. A cat gave me money. Awesome.
Pecorino, shoo, shoo! Stop eating my experiment.
Is this a pet store?
Settle down, miss, and have some tea. Bree, Fontina, get out of there.
I'm Mina, by the way.
John, Belchior, gastronomy wizard extraordinaire at your service.
Wow, that's some title. What do you do here exactly?
Well, my lady, I'm in the process of creating a super flavor enhancer. It'll accentuate the consumer's favorite flavors, so it'll be universally delicious. I'm calling it Ambrosia.
How are you going to make this happen?
What's the name of the Splatterhouse game?
My experiment requires me to extract the essence of 100 different dishes, but the progress is slow. I'm looking for assistance, but you'd be surprised how many people in town are allergic to cats.
Well, it sounds interesting to me. Is it a paid job?
Of course! I'm a professional. The Brigade funds all my research.
So, how can I help?
Most of my recipes are almost complete. I just need a hand finishing them up. Would you be so kind?
Splatterhouse Wanpaku Graffiti. Yeah, I've never heard of that. The cat sound effects are really messing with me. Okay, so the longer I leave these things in here is what seems to make them transform. Oh yeah, Famicom carts are a little bit different shape, aren't they? You know, I haven't used it, but I have a Famiclone that has a Famicom-shaped cart slot. There we go. And I have a few games, a few Famicom games, but I've never actually like fired one up. They're still in their package. Oh, you can't match 4 at a time. That's kind of interesting. Goal 55. What's the score now? Oh, okay, I see. Got it, all right, just barely. Oops. Yeah, my Famiclone, I don't think they make it anymore. It's called a Messiah NEX, and it has a front slot and a top slot, depending on whether you're using Japanese or Western carts. Oh, those don't quite match. This is going to be tricky. I'm going to have a hard time telling some of these pieces apart at a glance. Oh, there we go. So if I wait long enough, will this become the next color that I need? Like, what causes the pieces to transform from like little fireball to big fireball? I would think the ones at the bottom are becoming burnt and that's why they transform, but maybe not. Whatever. We'll finish the puzzle with what I've got and just see what it does. Cool, it worked. All right.
Well done! You're a natural. Stop by anytime you have a free moment. It looks like Pecorino is taking a liking to you, and I'm sure he'd appreciate you visiting.
Okay, that's one quest objective done.
Hello.
Hey.
was told to report here for warm-ups. Are you Thorn?
Maybe I was too suffocating for her.
Pardon?
I mean, is 20 messenger doves one too many?
I appreciate that every character has a different accent. I was talking to Pixel Crash Gaming yesterday about how he and I, that's something we both really like in games, I found out, which was kind of cool.
Maybe it was the Manticore trophy I sent.
I'm sorry, but are you the one in charge here?
Huh? Oh, yeah. You're another tournament baby, aren't you? Give me a second to strap up my boots and we'll head to the arena and see what you're worth.
Sure.
I already like this lady. Panic attacks use alcohol, but that depends on your vice. Nice. I expected this to be more button mashy. I have to give them credit for oh. But yeah, I like the whole worldly voice acting thing. Like, I like it in games when if there's different races or countries, if they give each one a unique identifying accent. Because if they just give everyone random accents, that's one thing. Yay, grocery change.
Okay, you have your gold. I always have more challenges on the bounty board, so come back later. Or don't. Not many do. Most people are all about the coin, not about the hunt.
Well, thank you for the instruction today. I'll put it to good use.
Crescent Restaurant. I want to talk to this pink-haired lady. Actually, this character kind of reminds me of Vicious from Cowboy Bebop, which I was just watching yesterday, so it's on my mind. Hey, Pixel Pacas.
For the line order cook possession. Can you handle all the orders?
My family owns a restaurant back home, so I've got some experience. I've never worked anywhere else, though.
How you doing tonight, Pixel Pacas?
We'll get you into the swing of things here. Beat the tournament happening. I'm swamped with customers from out of town. I'm also a bit short-staffed, since two of my sous chefs are off trying to earn their wings for the Brigade.
I'll do my best.
Here at the Crescent, we prioritize the customer's time and hunger. Not everyone has the time or coin for an exquisite meal cooked by a real battleship. That's where you come in, recruit. Your goal as a line order cook is to fill customers' orders as quickly as possible. For each order, All that matters is that the requested taste gem pattern is somewhere in the dish. Our pans here don't even get hot enough to upgrade taste gems, so don't make any big plans for grandiose dishes.
Ah, so it is the temperature that upgrades the
Here,
gems.
try this on for size.
Oh, well, awesome, man. Welcome. You just ate dinner, and we're appropriately playing a game that is all about cooking. And also killing monsters, but we'll get to that. Unfortunately for me, I am pretty good at killing monsters, pretty bad at match puzzles, so I'm probably going to have to be fiddling with this for a couple of minutes here. Just need to get this blue gem out of here. Ah, but I'm short a red gem. Dang it. Like that. Ah, why is my mind not working for me today? Probably shouldn't play games like this late at night. Because you can't move one piece at a time. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. That's interesting. Oh, I didn't know I can stack pieces like that. That is good to know. Come on. Yeah, the mechanics of how these rotate kind of eludes me when you have not 4. When you have 4, I get it. Because I can stack like that, but now if I could just bring all these closer together. I feel like I'm close. And I'm sure this is supposed to be a beginner puzzle too. But like, why did that one slide nicely horizontally? Ah, almost. Ah. There we go. Yeah, there seems you can rotate them different orientations, but I'm not quite sure what I'm doing right when it works. There we go. So I used to play a lot of Puyo Puyo, but the movement of the pieces is just different enough to mess me up. Oh, by the way, Hungry, that's another Switch game I'd recommend is Puyo Puyo Tetris, if you like puzzle games. The faster you serve, the more tips you earn. I'm gonna be broke. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, I think I'm kind of getting the hang of it.
Delicious.
Oh, thanks.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Uh-oh, I must be running out of time. Well,
Well done, recruit. You've managed to exceed my expectations.
oh, that's a relief.
I do my best.
Well, I hope you'll return. The Crystal could use a shake like you.
She's supposed to be Swedish? I don't know which item I'm supposed to buy. Thinking the cookware is the best investment. Guess I could buy a little bit of everything. Yeah, Puyo Puyo is a lot of fun. And Puyo Puyo Tetris, as you probably guessed, mixes Puyo and Tetris together, so you can kind of get a feel for both. Wow, what a jerk. But yeah, Puyo, you do rotate parts around, and Puyos obey gravity, and Tetris blocks don't. So the mechanics are kind of... This game's mechanics are a little bit more like Puyo, so you want to try to match pieces and then have them fall down to make other matches in a cascade.
Let us begin.
Puyo Puyo Tetris has a really fun like multiplayer party mode too. So it's good for when you have people over. So that's one of those where when you match pieces up, they end up getting dropped on the other player's board, so you can cause all kinds of chaos. The art style kind of reminds me of like an old children's book during the cutscenes.
Welcome, citizens and esteemed guests, to the inaugural day of this year's Proving Tournament. It is my great honor to preside over what will assuredly be a pulse-pounding centennial. The contestants before you have traveled from across Victusia to showcase their skills in the illustrious Kitchen Coliseum. Only an elite few will rise from the ranks and emerge as brigadiers. Let's hear it for their bravery. Mina Han loves dreaming up adventurous new dishes at her family restaurant. Hailed in her town as the Iron Stomach, she's sure to serve up intriguing creations.
My stomach's definitely not made of iron right now.
Mina! Kieran has studied medicinal gastronomy since childhood.
Medicinal gastronomy.
Her unwavering attention to detail earned her the title, the Decisive Blade, from her instructors.
Oh, I just got a notice that Hungry is hosting me. Thanks for doing that, Hungry.
An interesting matchup indeed.
Kieran! It's my pleasure to present our longest-running judge, Ambassador Akebo.
You're too kind, Chairman. It's an honor and a privilege to sit at the judge's platform for the Centennial.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting those Iron Chef vibes now.
Ah, there's nothing like a dish with plenty of fire to invigorate the senses.
People of Victusia, I struggled with the choice for today's theme ingredient for weeks before it came to me during meditation. Simplicity. One of King Heinrich's favorite monsters to hunt and eat, charging across the plains and forests in dangerous herds.
Bow run!
Oh man, I have to fight one of those giant bulls.
Chefs, please place your dishes on the judge's platform within the time limit. Grace this kitchen with the best cooking you have to offer. Vive la Brigade!
Alright, so I gotta find one of these. Oh! Alright, so since that judge has a fireball over his head... ooh, a treasure chest was up there. I'll have to check that out later. Okay, yeah, he's a red type judge, so I want to use my ethereal fire pot. And then I have a ton of tomatoes. Let's do that then. Oh, I can only match red pieces. That's right. Let's see. So if I go like that, and then get these levels somehow. Yeah, it does kind of remind me of the cooking in Breath of the Wild. I don't think I'm ready yet to use that red jerky. I need to get some more red items. And I can't clear out any of the green pieces, so I might have shot myself in the foot here.
Are you remembering to breathe, Nina?
Oops. Right. Thanks, Kieran.
Killing things for the sake of killing them is kind of fun, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I wanted that treasure. I do like the game's cooking music. It feels very grand and like important. Okay. Let's drop some more red stuff in there. Oh, the twos match too? That's interesting. So that means, can I... Oops. Can I fuse these?
That's it.
Oh no, I don't have enough space. Oh. And I'm panicking. Well, let's just deliver what I've got.
Thank you for your hard work, chefs. Let's see what our judge has to say about your efforts.
Oh man, my rival's food looks really cool too. It's like sushi and it's on fire.
Oh dear.
$84. Wonder what I get.
The flavor, it's outstanding.
Ooh, okay. I have to say this is kind of nerve-wracking because you really don't know what your score is going to be.
The Iron Stomach's done it. Minahan wins.
All right.
Yeah, when you're getting the orientation, it says to kind of play to the judge's preferences. So I guess it was a good thing I bought that special red pot.
You certainly are more resourceful than you appear. I underestimated you.
Gee, thanks.
I meant only to say that you show a lot of promise for your age. Here, take this. May it aid you in your battles ahead.
Sweet. That's not the sort of item I figured I was going to get a ladle or something, but hey, I'll take double jump boots. Heck yeah, I gotta equip my new boots.
What's up?
first match. I'm gonna have to pace myself here.
Oh, you're saying this game could use more happy cooking music. Oh, I know what you mean, like the little happy sounds when your items are bouncing around in the pot in Zelda. Yeah, I totally know what you mean there. This game's music is more like epic and serious cooking music.
I hadn't even realized till now that I'm hungry. I cooked all day and didn't eat anything for myself. I'll eat a big breakfast tomorrow, too.
Look at her go. It's like a trash compactor.
Huh?
Huh?
We're just admiring your appetite. Like me, I could eat a whole food truck and still be a stick.
What's a food truck?
You're Mina Han, aren't you? I heard about the Iron Stomach at the opening ceremony.
Yeah, I guess unlike Zelda, the only time you're not in battle with something is when you're cooking. When I guess in this game, the cooking is the battle, so I guess the difference in music choice makes sense.
Wow. No one in my village actually calls me that. Just my friend. I think the tournament committee tries to play everyone up. Nothing special.
I like that everyone has a pro wrestling style nickname.
Hey now, don't say that. Having a stomach made of iron is pretty incredible. Mine's made of paper. Plus, you're here, and only the best of the best were in Capital City.
We'll see. Either way, I'm really excited for the opportunity.
Yeah, I ended up getting, I think, 100 shrines and beating the final boss. So I think I missed 20 shrines or so. But yeah, I put a lot of time into Zelda. Probably like 90 hours.
How'd it go? Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got places to be, graves to dig up.
Graves to dig up?
See ya!
What?
Oh, here, catch.
A metal trinket of some sort. What a strange guy. Did he say he was going to dig up graves?
Welcome to the practice kitchen, Cadet. Have you been here before?
Yes. I fit in a quick practice match with Kieran and Thrash before the opening ceremony.
A wise decision. Well then, you know that you're free to use this kitchen as long as you like.
What about you, Hungry? How much Breath of the Wild did you play? I know you said you had a Switch, but I couldn't remember if that was one of the games you listed. I could see how you could get bored with that game, because it doesn't give you much direction, so you kind of really have to be in the mood to like wander and explore.
Practicing isn't a requirement, but if you're ever unsure of a new tool you've acquired...
Oh, you have it on the Wii U. I forgot it came out on the Wii
Consider
U.
coming here before challenging someone.
Makes sense to me.
Good. I'm off to check in on the others. Best of luck, Cadet.
Killing things in this game is kind of fun. Yeah, I've actually played all of them. The only one I haven't beaten is Zelda 2. Well, and I'm not counting the ones on the CDI. But yeah, I'd say Zelda is probably one of my favorite series overall. What the heck is this thing? Can I kill it? Oh geez, it's a dragon. This was a bad idea. Yeah, I'll try that guy later. Do you have a favorite Zelda, Hungry? I'm kind of practicing the dish I was trying to make during the tournament, but got a little too amped up to actually do. Ah, these won't match. Dang. Link's Awakening is your favorite, and you also love the first one on the NES. I have to say, I know a lot of people love the first one on the NES, but for kind of the same reason I think that you didn't stick with Breath of the Wild, I kind of had the same problem with the NES one, is that it has so much aimlessness. I found myself constantly just looking up what to do next. Like there's a part where you have to like burn one random bush, and I don't know. I don't have the patience for that. I'm just looking it up. Like I still enjoyed playing it, but I'd say of all the Zeldas, it and Zelda 2 kind of don't hold up for me. I think the one on the Super Nintendo is probably my favorite. Yeah, well, this is just practice. That's enough of that. Oh, you played it during childhood. So for me, so it's kind of embarrassing. I was opposed to playing Zelda games when I was a little kid because since the name is Zelda, I thought that they were for girls. I'm sure you remember in elementary school that kind of mentality where something had to be either for boys or for girls, and you don't swap the two. So my mom actually insisted that I play Zelda. She was like, "This is good. You're gonna like it. Just deal with the fact that it has a girl's name on the box." And she was totally right. So, and I've loved Zelda ever since. So my first Zelda, I rented Ocarina of Time, but couldn't afford to buy it. So after playing it and realizing I liked it, I went to the like bargain bin in my nearby store and ended up getting A Link to the Past. So that's the first one. You still think you'll hate boy games? Yeah, I know what you mean. I still have this idea of certain games I'll love or hate, and I have to have someone twist my arm to let me play them, or to make me play them. Okay, what am I supposed to be doing now?
How may I be of service?
So yeah, Link to the Past is the first Zelda game I played more than just the beginning. I like the first one I played all the way through. So for me, I guess it has that same special kind of thing. I'm surprised you didn't like A Link to the Past, but you did like Link's Awakening. Because to me, they're so similar. And the controls of Link to the Past or of Link's Awakening kind of got to me for a while. I felt like I was always having to swap items in and out. Same thing with Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons. I kind of just feel like Zelda has to have more than 2 buttons. But again, that might be because I started off with N64 and Super Nintendo. Even though I owned an NES since the beginning. The completionist in you was raging. Yeah, I guess there is a lot to do in that game for a game of its time.
Interesting.
Quick, quick! There's so much to do! Swiss, stop biting my toes!
Belchior, I was wondering something. I couldn't stop thinking about it over breakfast.
What's that?
This seems like an awful lot of work for just one batch of formula, even if it's the ultimate. You have to make all these recipes and extract their essences every time?
Ah, that's a good question, my astute assistant. If I'm successful, the Brigade will assist me in reproducing ambrosia more efficiently. Then chefs from all around can have a bottle to spray my flavor magnifier on anything.
I don't know if you've played Oracle of Ages and Oracle of Seasons, that are also Game Boy Zelda games, and those are ones where the item swapping especially becomes an issue, since those came out later after the Super Nintendo and N64 games. It's like every time you walk from one screen to another, you have to open the inventory to be like, well, now I need to jump over this thing, or now I need to make this block disappear. And the games themselves are kind of cool in their design and their mechanics, but they get kind of tedious as a result of doing that.
Interesting. This won't be a shortcut to proper cooking, though, will it?
Never. Like any seasoning, it can be used properly, but it can also be used poorly. But enough chatter. Let's get to work!
Ah. I wonder what I was supposed to do there. I don't know, man. I'm pretty bad at puzzles. I may actually be better at real cooking, which is not saying much, as my wife could tell you. Yeah, I guess I did not solve that one right, because these last 2 gems don't combine. Oh, can I pick it up and put it in the other pot? Oh, I could have earned so many more points in that previous round if I would have known that you could pick the food out of one pot and put it in the other. That's true, the cleaning is way better. 3 bones turn into a rainbow gem. Now we're getting outside the realm of normal cooking. What? Oh, and the rainbow gem will match with anything. That's the trick. Okay, last puzzle, I think. Or am I done? There we go.
Come again anytime. I might need you for cat sitter duties at some point. These fur balls are getting unwieldy.
I like this guy. He likes cats and also getting other people to cook for him. I can relate. Okay, now I have to go for a hunt.
I'm closed for business today, so get lost.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hold it! I'm just kidding. I should really pack up and go somewhere, though. Maybe the caverns, deep in the mountains, where I can be warm, yet never have to see the outside world again.
Thanks, Hungry. Yeah, I think I'm starting to get the hang of it.
Jeez, what's with all the doom and gloom?
Is she a dark elf?
And I thought I was hard on myself.
What would a youngster like you know?
Tofu. Oh. Ow. Ooh, that works out really well.
girl, you wouldn't happen to be versed in remedy foods, would you?
I'm sorry, instructor. That sounds like something Kieran would know.
Thanks.
She's usually around Belchior's workshop.
Yeah, I have to say, this game does two really different things pretty well. Like, the combat feels pretty good, and the puzzles are pretty good. I guess three different things, because so far, the dialogue and voice acting is pretty good. So it's like a visual novel, a puzzle game, and a brawler all kind of mixed together. Real strange, but I'm liking it. Okay, now I have the restaurant. I think the restaurant might be the hardest one.
Greetings, recruit. Most of my guests don't have a lot of time to chat, but the few that do tell grand stories.
Thanks. Rune Factory. My wife has Rune Factory, and she only had time to play it like for a brief period of time, and then we got really busy and she ended up putting it away. So I watched some of her playthrough of it. And yeah, it does kind of seem like this. She jokingly referred to it as the Monster Cookie game, so I'm assuming it has a similar kind of concept.
In addition to your wages, I'm happy to share my favorite of the day with you, if you do a good job.
Yes, ma'am. I'll do my best.
Just remember that if you take too long to serve customers, they'll leave. Let's not keep them waiting.
But yeah, I heard about this game because I was listening to on several podcasts when this came out on Switch, several video game podcasts that I listened to. One of the hosts, because you know they always have like 2 or 3 people, when they would introduce the game they're playing of the week, they would always start out with like, "Now hear me out," or "Stay with me for a minute here." Like they always had to try to convince the other hosts that they weren't crazy or making things up. Or just to dismiss the game offhand, and I can see why now. It's real strange, but I see why they liked it too. Oh boy. Things on it. Puzzles with a time limit, man. That's stressful.
Perfectly delicious. Very much appreciated. Thank you.
Delicious.
Oh man, this is getting more complicated now. Oh, good. Oh, and the meters are around their heads, letting me know when they're tired of waiting, I guess. There we go.
Delicious.
I can't wait.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
Oh, this is so good.
Spellcaster. Yeah, I need to remember to look that one up.
Good enough for a tale?
A woman came in today spreading strange rumors of a piranha with an evil aura. Claimed it snuck into her house and tried to eat her dog.
Yikes. I've never heard of a piranha doing that before.
A dog-eating plant.
Prepare yourself.
So I'm assuming I'm just supposed to go through this same pattern of doing each job and then... Oh, I should have bought stuff before challenging this person. Because I probably need a specialty pot of every color in my inventory.
I woke this morning reminded of a quote from the legendary Chef Robichaud. An ingredient is only as extraordinary as the chef who wields it. When I look at our contestants, I see the precision of their blades and the richness of 10,000 flavors boiling in their hearts. Extraordinary.
I love how dramatic this guy is.
I cannot wait to see the wonders they have in store for our judge today. Riding on the winds of her first victory, the Iron Stomach is ready to claim another win. Mina! Our next contestant is a man who's as altruistic as he is intelligent. Leonid, the gift bringer!
Have you ever seen Iron Chef before? Because this is pretty accurate to the tone.
Artifice aside, I'm excited to test your skill.
So I'm kind of digging it.
Leonid! That judge is head mistress of the prestigious Horus Academia. Please welcome Instructor Meriday.
You've no need to flatter me so. We'll soon discover just how competent these chefs truly are. Water is mercurial by nature. A chef that truly masters its flavor becomes as adaptive as the energy itself.
Oh man, I don't have the water pot.
For today's theme ingredient, we look to a beast that has a heart of fire. Every hunter knows the fearsome dragon!
Oh no. This is gonna be hard.
Vive la Brigade!
Did I stumble upon like a higher level quest by mistake? If I can kill a dragon without getting killed, I'll be happy. So the dragon hangs out way here in the back. Uh-oh. Jeez. Ah, I almost had him. Okay, well at least it only penalizes me time. I don't get a game over. But if I can't kill the dragon, I can't win the match, so... Oh good, he doesn't regain his HP. Got him, okay. That's not too bad then. She likes water, so I have to get some of these octopus things. I'm gonna be mad if I open that treasure chest later and it's just full of dragon food, or dragon parts. I guess let's do this first.
Nina, what was that move?
Oh, nothing special.
On the contrary, I'd like to learn it when you have the time.
It'd be my pleasure.
thinking I'll start in this dish and then switch. Okay. And now we cook. Now we pick it up, put it in this one. And then we get our green gem. And now I start adding the blues, I'm thinking. Okay. Oh no, that's not going to add up right. Do I have any more bone food? No, and I'm out of time. Well, there goes nothing. Yeah, there's no more matches I can get.
Let's get cooking.
Gotta remember, you have to hold the button down for several seconds to put it on the plate.
Thank you for your hard work, chefs. Let's see what our judge has to say about your efforts.
I did not have a lot of water gems in there, so I might not score that well. Ah, I guess he couldn't kill the dragon. I think my default score... Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I wrecked him. Assuming I don't lose points. I guess water has to be the predominant flavor.
Another hard-fought victory. Mina Haas wins.
Sweet.
I did it!
Oh, I wonder where Pixel Pockets got off to. Yeah, I'm glad it doesn't penalize you too much for getting killed by the dragon. So I'm gonna have to up my fighting game skills there a bit. I'm gonna have to fight more things like that.
You will make a great battle chef someday. Please, take this as a sign of my faith in you.
I can't handle all this formality. Thanks for being so nice, Leonid. I'm sure you're going to get in the brigade, too.
Mm. Oh, I can get new fighting moves too. That is cool. But yeah, what I should have done is buy this water pot beforehand. Oh, this looks useful.
Care to chat?
Yep, I can relate to that.
Oh.
Getting money from cats.
Let's talk.
Yeah, cats being in a game is always a plus.
I should really study more recipes right now, but I'll just take a quick nap first.
So far I'm liking this game so much I kind of feel guilty that I got it for free. I may end up buying another copy. Or maybe buying a copy to give someone as a gift, just so I can give this company a sale. Oh, I have to equip those things I bought as items. There we go, that looks pretty good.
Hey, what you reading?
Yeah, I'm liking it so far. Do you think you'd get it on PC or Switch?
Oh, I'm just perusing the new expertise tome.
Oh, that's right, I think you said that you were thinking about getting it on Switch.
Expertise?
Yes, it's the study of a particular esoteric cooking style or technique.
Oh yeah, and on the topic of Switch games, since I can't remember if are you still playing Final Fantasy VI, or did you recently finish it? So I guess I've only really caught your Meat Stick Monday streams the past few weeks.
You should really take a look into some. Judges award bonuses for demonstrating the use of expertises. Here, you can have one of mine. I've got the contents of that tome committed to memory.
Ah, okay, you're right near the end. So yeah, you're probably not ready for another... Well, maybe you are, I don't know. I tend to try not to play two of the same type of game back to back. But if you want another JRPG like that, Octopath Traveler on the Switch is one I've been playing. And I'm really liking it. It's a little bit less story-driven than Final Fantasy VI. I guess it's a little bit more like Final Fantasy V or Saga Frontier. But it's a good JRPG, and it has that kind of retro look to it, too.
Really? Wow, thanks, Kieran.
Rounding out magic among party. Oh yeah, I guess it's a long game and it's only been out for a month or two, so I guess most people that own it haven't finished it yet. I think the cheapest I've seen it yet is maybe 45. 45 US. I don't know what that comes out to in Canadian, but that's probably the best I've been able to find.
You're welcome. If you don't mind, though, I have to get back to studying.
Curious.
I wonder how that works. So I'm curious, who do you think's going to be on your final party to fight the boss in Final Fantasy VI?
I've got a slew of real noggin tools.
What's the issue?
Oh, getting the essences out of dishes is getting more complicated the further down my list I go. Well, let's try our best.
Oh, or Mog. That's interesting. So the reason why I asked is one of my... All right, so I love all the Final Fantasy games. But I guess if I had to give one criticism to Final Fantasy VI, it's that it gives you a lot of party members, but almost everybody ends up with the exact same party you just outlined there of Sabin, Celis, Terra, and Sion or Edgar. So my favorite Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy V, where you do a lot of... where no two people play it alike because of all the different classes. And with 6, it's kind of... there's sort of a obvious right strategy most of the time. But it does have a much better story, so there's that. But yeah, that's kind of why I asked without saying anything, because so far everyone I know has had the same party at the end. Oh. Yeah, Gao is kind of bad. I like Setzer as a character. I think he's cool, but I could never use him effectively. Same thing with Realm and Strago, I think his name is. Whatever Realm's grandfather's name is. Like, they're all conceptually interesting characters, but they're not that powerful, really. Okay, so what am I trying to do here? Oh, it just changes the gem color. Interesting. Oh, that looks like an amanita mushroom in the middle. Or not an amanita mushroom, a morel mushroom in the middle of my plate there. Those used to grow in my backyard, my old house. So let's see, I have not quite the right number of reds. I guess I should start combining and then start using sauces. Okay, now I should start using the sauces. And yeah, sometimes there are characters in RPGs like Final Fantasy that at first don't seem useful, and you figure out some trick to them. And maybe that's the case with Final Fantasy VI too, but I never figured it out. Okay, I gotta get rid of those greens. Stir. There we go. That ought to do it. I forgot about that every character can learn magic in Final Fantasy VI. I guess that does kind of throw off the whole strategy. Alright, and now I have to use this sauce. Right there. Oh, there we go. And that should solve it. Alright.
Thinking like that, and you'll be a master gastronomist in no time.
I like the variety this gives you in your missions, even though it is the same 3 missions kind of over and over.
Watch yourself, girl. Otzi is missing and he's very crafty. Not to mention deadly.
Who's Otzi?
Well, now we may begin.
Oh, the snake down there, that's what she was talking about. Oh, I didn't know you could throw the ingredient down. you can bait one monster with another. That is super cool. Naturally hard. Sauce with an attack. That is interesting. There we go. So do different characters do more damage if you change which ones know magic and which ones don't? Like, since Sabin is a fighter, does he, is his magic weak when he uses it? I can't remember. So I think I had Celeste and Terra doing magic, and then Sabin and Edgar doing all my physical attacks. But I don't know if that was just how I happened to do it or if there was some advantage. So I haven't played that game in, gosh, 15 years or so. So I'm probably due to come back to it.
Your form needs work.
Yeah, I kind of remember magic not being as important in Final Fantasy VI as it is in some of the other ones, where elemental strengths and weaknesses are so important.
Minahan, reporting for duty. Vaitanta, I've got a new tale ready for you once you finished your shift.
Yes, chef.
It's good.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Thanks.
Okay, I have all the right pieces here. And then maybe... yeah, there we go.
Oh, thanks.
This game might require too much thought for this late at night. I don't know.
Delicious.
There we go. That was a tricky one.
This looks delicious.
close. There we go.
Ooh, thanks.
Oh, okay. I'm assuming I pass.
Then what happened?
Okay, so I'm remembering right that Final Fantasy VI doesn't use the elemental exploits as much. I know in 4 and 5, that's like a live or die kind of thing.
He pointed to the scar on his arm and revealed that it wasn't the mark of a monster, but an enraged opponent.
Whoa, just because they lost the match?
Mm-hmm. There's no honor in such an act.
Whoops, it's later than I realized. I've got to get going. I'll see you tomorrow, Pantita.
Cryptic pizza. Alright, so this time I'm actually going to buy something before I go into another match, so I have all the tools I need. And yeah, this is the only pot that I'm missing. Huh. There's all kinds of things you can equip. Yeah, the combos are kind of tough. Because sometimes in an RPG you just want to, in regular combat, just sort of zone out and not have to think too much about what you're doing. I want to say that most of Sabin's combos, though, are based on fighting games. Like, I think the Fireball and all that sort of combos are the same as they would be in a fighter. What other junk should I buy? There we go. Now I'm prepared for every elemental preference. Variety isn't the only spice in life. Yeah, I know what you mean. I wonder if it matters who I challenge in what order. I'm assuming the game's been saving, but I have no idea.
How's it going?
Weird. So I'm thinking it would be advantageous to swap between all three colored plates. And I'm going to take a guess that it's going to want me to do either red or green, since blue was the specialty last time.
Let's do this.
Now, I think earlier in the game it says that I have to beat 5 people to advance to the next rank. I can't remember. Some people complained about Octopath for not being button mashy enough, because you have to take strengths and weaknesses into account,
and our contestants are becoming more
even in
skillful
standard
with
battles.
each dish they prepare. Much like the fire in our chef's hearts, the spirit of this tournament burns ever brighter.
I like how this guy's clothing gets more and more fabulous every time we see him. Must have been fun writing his dialogue.
This small-town chef has become something of a crowd favorite. Please welcome the Iron Stomach, Mina. Father of two and champion of Orc fusion cuisine, Thrash's priorities
Orc
are
fusion
family,
cuisine.
community, and good food. Few can stand before his might as the benevolent berserker.
Yeah, show me what you got.
Thrash. Today we welcome back Ambassador Akebo to the judges' platform.
Okay, so he's a red judge.
Ah, what a fine day for a match. I'm at the annual Fire Festival. Local food stands make spicy kebabs that are out of this world. I'd like to see the contestants bring that kind of fiery flavor to today's challenge. Ha-ha!
Yeah, you definitely can burn yourself out playing two turn-based RPGs back-to-back like that. I always try to put like a 2D platformer or something as a buffer in between them.
The next judge is the famed Grand Matriarch, Asjil.
Hey, Keyglyph. Thanks for joining us tonight. And I'm sorry I've missed your last couple of streams. My schedule has been all over the place, but I'm hoping to tune into, if not your next one, then the one after that.
With each challenge that passes, these chefs reveal more of themselves through their creations. I look forward to learning more today. Some chefs mistake Earth for the most simplistic energy, but its purity belies subtle complexities. Bring me a dish that harnesses its potential.
So if you don't know what this game, I don't know if you're familiar with Battle Chef Brigade Key, but for anyone watching or listening that isn't, that's just tuning in now, this is a game about fighting. It's a game about a cooking tournament similar to Iron Chef, but it takes place in a fantasy world, so you have to kill slimes and dragons and whatnot, and then use their parts to cook things to win the cooking tournament. And the cooking mechanic is in the form of a match 3 Puyo-ish puzzle. You'll see what I mean in a second here. So right now they're introducing the Iron Chef judges.
I refuse to eat this beast's meat out of fear its curse would pass to me. Like our ancestors, I fear what I didn't understand. Luckily, our chefs today are fearless in the face of the unknown. Let's see what they can do with brisket.
Puyo chopped. That's a good way to describe it.
Vive la Brigade!
Oh, I have to make 2 different dishes. Interesting. Oh, and the map is all different too. Okay, well I have plenty of stuff for the required ingredient. Yeah, I feel, as a fellow vegetarian, I'm also conflicted about this game's theme a little bit. It is fun, though. But I do feel bad killing all these cute little creatures and then cooking and eating them. Cabo is the fire guy. So we're going to give him this one, and this one. And then we'll start cooking him. Yeah, I totally know what you mean. There are sadly no vegan. Well, they do eat tofu in this game, but there's otherwise not a lot in the way of vegan options. Wait, and then I gotta rotate like that. Maybe. What else do I have that I can add? Okay, let's leave that one there and start the next dish. Has to have the rat tail. Has to have... Oh no, it's a horizontal gem. Okay, good, it would still drop. Okay, this looks like it's working out fairly well. Okay, so this one is going to be for our second judge. But first I have to pick this up, put it in here.
Take it in there, Blue Jay.
You know it.
I'd expect nothing less from the second best battle chef in the arena.
We'll see who's laughing when I win.
And now I gotta get these greens together. Alright, that looks good. Have anything left in the pantry? Nope. Ooh. That's nice. Okay. I have to make sure I serve the right food to the right judge here. Pantry. This looks promising. One more. Okay, now I have to pick it up. I'll take this one out of here. Drop it there. This is getting way more complicated very quickly. Now, if I can isolate all my greens, I can try using that sauce. There we go. Pantry. Ooh, I'm running out of time.
Gotta hurry.
Well, I may have botched the green dish.
Thank you for your hard work, chefs. Let's see what the judges have to say about your efforts.
Man, having to juggle 2 dishes makes this so much more complicated. Nochi fruit yogurt. How he made yogurt out of rat meat, I'm a little concerned about, but let's just try not to think about that too much. Ah, he didn't use the rat meat. That's the problem. So the 2 rules are you have to use the signature ingredient, but you also have to cater to the judge's tastes, which is one of the 3 colors.
The flavor, it's outstanding.
Brisket tail vermicelli with a side of nochi fruit and ruby jerky assortment. Okay, so I think I'm gonna have to rely on my score on the first judge, I think. Mouthfeel, everyone's favorite word.
You're an inspiration.
Ah, it's primarily blue. That's good. Okay, so it just adds the 2 scores together. Huh, I made vermicelli both times.
Another stunning victory for the Iron Stomach.
Yay!
Minahan, win!
All right.
Hey, you're really amazing, you know that? That was a fun match. I hope we get to battle alongside one another someday.
Wow, thanks, Thrash. Jeez, my face is getting all red, isn't it?
I want you to have this. It's from my home tribe.
You know, I don't know if I've seen Chopped. I've heard of it. I've seen Iron Chef. But I actually don't watch that many cooking shows.
If you make it into the Brigade and become famous, I don't want you to forget about old Thrash.
Is Chopped a similar format to Iron Chef? Daggers set enemies on fire. That is pretty cool. Sun Hat Tomato Scramble sounds pretty good. Okay, that does sound really similar to Iron Chef. So I'm guessing that the book gives me a passive buff. Oh, a dish containing all ingredients from your match's theme. That's trickier. Yeah, I might drop that. That's pretty limiting. Wait, are there any more cats I can talk to? That's important. No new cats.
Curious. Everyone's cuisines are so different here. I'm going to have to give it everything I've got to make mine stand out. I bet Kiki and Simon would know what to do. They'd have a joke ready and everything.
Yeah, at least the not meaty food, the food that isn't made out of rat tails and stuff, does make me hungry in this game. Like that tomato scramble and that gourd soup there. That sounded pretty good. And sadly, I ate at the beginning of this stream, too. Those of you that are watching in the beginning probably noticed me muting it a lot. Muting my mic a lot so that I didn't pick up chewing sounds on the mic.
Instructor, good morning.
Yeah, I've been liking this game. It's real weird. It's weird, but it's good. I don't know.
Am I in trouble?
Is that what you think just from me showing up? I'm checking in with all the contestants.
I'm sorry. Well, I have 3 wins on my belt now. Just 4 more to go.
Oh, so I do have to beat 7 people.
I've heard. Once you've completed that, you're cleared for the proving tournament's ultimate feat, Robichon's trial.
Oh, man.
The 3-round gauntlet against the Brigade's most talented chefs? I've been dreaming of it all my life.
Yeah, you guys, I was just about to say that you guys made the same remark.
Are you prepared to face the final 3?
Thinking about it just gives me chills.
I believe in you. Just keep working hard, Pumpkin. I've got others to see, but good luck today.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, time to get to work.
Colby, stop fighting with your sister this instant.
Yeah, I really like the character designs overall.
The kittens seem extra rowdy today. Something going on?
Also, I love this guy's shop full of cats.
Oh, Kieran just gave him a new toy. She means well, but now I have to deal with the mayhem. You might be on your own today. I've got to separate these wrestlers.
You can count on me, sir.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. You know about ovens? I have not seen any ovens yet. So far, everything has been stir-fried. Yeah, I've been liking the voice acting too, and you'll see that like they have different sort of accents for different types of characters, which I think is a nice touch as well. So I can cook. Oh, interesting. Aw, thanks, Keycliff. He's got a spare oven in the back that he needs to clean out the cat hair. Yeah, I can relate to that. Oh boy, Contra. Are you going to be playing Contra solo or with a partner? I always think of that as a co-op game, though. I know you can play it solo. Just debone it first. Okay. Ah, interesting. Okay. Oh, does the game make you pool lives or pool HP or ammo or something? I've only played Contra a little bit. So I deboned the things. What else am I supposed to do? Ah, I guess that's all I had to do. Oh, I could see how that would happen. Okay, so I have to put those blues in there. There we go. And now drop in the slime sauce. Yeah. So, so yeah, Keyleth, if you haven't seen it before, Hungary does a stream every Monday called Meat Stick Monday, which I swear is a vegetarian-friendly stream. So I was joking that mine is going to be Tofu Tuesday while I play this game.
Another successful day. Thank you for your help, Lena.
Tofu's Day. Nice.
Did you kill all those monsters by yourself?
Listen, Aunt. These are just the leftovers. I've sent the rest as a gift.
That's an angry firewolf right there. I feel kind of bad killing all these things knowing I'm not even going to eat them.
Instructor? Maybe you should go next door and visit Belchior. Spending time with his cats could be good for you.
You want me to end up like that old fart smothered in cats?
Maybe you'd prefer being surrounded by living things instead of...
How dare you insult my collection? You have no idea how hard I fought to earn these trophies.
You know, I'm liking this lady less and less.
I'm deeply sorry. I didn't mean to...
Leave! When you return next, you had better come with more respect.
I know what you mean about playing games outside of your comfort zone. That's why I started doing those themed events. Like, I don't normally play rhythm games or horror games, puzzle games. Yeah, I would love to turn Thorn into a vegan.
Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am.
Okay, I have to go to the restaurant next. Wait, where is the entrance to the restaurant? I thought it was this building. Oh, really? I haven't... Yeah, since I can't see my avatar on my own screen, I didn't notice that. That's kind of cool. But yeah, my avatar is from Dragon Warrior.
And did I hear you say that you'd give it all away to find the love who will stand by your side?
You have a beautiful voice.
Oh, thank you, recruit. Don't think I'll let you slack off because I'm in a good mood.
Wouldn't dream of it.
Oh, nice.
Delicious.
There we go.
Delicious.
Some of the voices in this game sound kind of familiar to me. I wonder if they use some anime voice actors.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Pontita's been so happy today. And that's the most I've ever gotten out of Caesar.
I want to say that Dragon Warrior was loosely based on, inspired by Ultima, so it would make sense that the characters seem similar looking.
Pontita!
Like, I want to say that the Dragon Warrior creator guy said that Ultima was his major source of inspiration.
Yes?
Should I give it to her? I think they might actually be good for each other. I just wanted to say thanks for this opportunity.
Oh, Ultima 4, that's the one about, like, morality and stuff. I think you talked about it on your podcast, Key, if I remember right.
You're welcome, Mia. Now get out of here, recruit. You've worked hard enough for today.
It's not my secret to tell.
Reading the runes, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, you guys had some fun segments on your show. I liked Reading the Runes and Burger Time. Alright, I guess we have to challenge one more person. Who have I not challenged yet? Beat him. Ooh, it's getting late. After this next match, I'm probably going to have to call it a night. I'm going to take a chance and try using my oven instead of my green pot. There we go. Hey, Pixel Crash.
Your funeral?
How's the Dragon Quest stream going? That game looks beautiful, by the way.
Welcome once again to the most invigorating exhibition of culinary excellence in all of Victusia. Yesterday we mourned with contestants who suffered their second loss, and cheered those who dazzled our judges' persnickety palates. Like the pounding tides of the Silian Sea, the Iron Stomach seems unstoppable.
$30 in, and my guess, knowing, actually, I guess older Dragon Quests were pretty short. I guess the new ones are probably what, 60 to 90 hour games.
Mina! This cryptic competitor employs a band of skeletal sous chefs. He calls himself Ziggy, the fast food fiend.
So I got this game for free as part of the Twitch Prime promotion. I don't know if that's still going on, but you might be able to get it for free still. If not, I know this is available on Switch in addition to PC. I'm not sure about other consoles, though.
Who's ready to clog their arteries?
Who's ready to clog their arteries? Nice.
Ziggy. Today, these chefs seek to please two of the sharpest minds of our age.
Oh no, I shouldn't have gotten rid of that green pot.
Is Instructor Meridane.
At ease, Chairman. You are no longer a student of mine, after all. My attention is focused solely on the techniques of these chefs. Be careful not to oversaturate today's dish with bold flavors. Doing so will bury the intoxicating crispness of water.
The next judge is the famed Grand Matriarch, Asjil.
Oh man.
Each challenge that passes, these chefs reveal more of themselves through their creations. I look forward to learning more today. Foraging for ingredients is a vital skill. So today, I ask you to scour the Skylands for a bit of herb to ground your dish.
It's kind of a gamble picking your cooking
This
pots.
Skylands delicacy used to be so rare that it was exclusively eaten by royalty. Even now, collection requires a chef with sharp eyes and the speed of a tempest. Wind fruit!
A fruit-based dish? That's unheard of.
Vive la Brigade!
Especially after one of the previous ones where I had to slay a dragon and cook it. Ah, this must be the thing I need. No? Okay, 3 wind fruit ought to do it. I don't think you can fall to your death, though I haven't tried it. And if you get killed, you just lose time off the clock, but you don't get a game over. The first step will be to put a wind fruit in each of our kettles here. I haven't lost a match yet, so we'll find out. I would assume so. I'm hoping not to find out, though. But we'll see. Oh man, I'm already short on ingredients. So the rat tails mostly give me reds, which is not what I need. Oh, that was foolish of me. I should have. Okay. So this one is going to be my earth dish.
Sometimes he likes to wander into other people's cookware and explode their creations. I'm sure it won't happen this time.
There we go. Yeah, I'm hoping not to find out what happens if I lose. we'll give this one another wind fruit. Oh no, I forgot to turn the oven on. Ooh, I screwed up big time there. Okay. But now what I can do is go into the pantry, and I have green sauce. Put that right there. Now we're talking. I'm just going to let that marinate the whole time right there. Is there anything else I can put in this one? I don't think that did anything for me. Yeah, I really crippled myself by not bringing the green pan. Alright, I better pick up this one and deliver it. This is my blue one, so it goes to her. Oof. Yeah, I don't have time. Alright, here goes nothing.
Thank you for your hard work.
My
chefs.
first dish is real
Let's see
strong,
what
but
the
my
judges
second
have
one
to
is
say about
kind of
your
poor.
efforts.
A delicacy.
Donuts Inferno, garnished with scowl feet and iceberg turnip assortment. That is interesting. A 119. I think I can beat a 119.
Scrumptious.
Oh yeah. Well, hopefully I get the first dish will carry me.
Totally imbalanced.
I was hoping he'd forget the wind fruit. That would save me a lot of points. Okay.
My congratulations.
Yes, okay. She liked that I gave it extra earth. But without having the green pan, I couldn't combine any of my earth gems, so... Okay, but I handily beat that guy.
It seems no iron skillet can stand up to the might of the iron stomach.
Woohoo!
Minaha wins!
Ha! So since this is in a fantasy world, I think some of the people are like goblins and orcs and elves and stuff. So you'll see people with all different hair, eye, skin, color combinations. Some of the people have horns and stuff too.
You're a necromancer? Isn't that unsanitary for our line of work?
Hope that line didn't offend you there, Keyglyph, as a fan of necromancy.
Just because I get assistance from the undead doesn't mean I don't have standards. I wear gloves.
I realize those that haven't listened to Keyglyph's podcast might understand what I'm talking about when I talk about necromancers.
I've heard stories about this kind of magic, but I thought it was evil. No offense.
But I like the idea of using necromancy for cooking if you do it in a sanitary fashion. That's an interesting idea.
You and the committee. Apparently, I've got them all riled up. They want to add a new rule just to kick me out. Pretty boring culinary experts, if you ask me. They don't even want to put horn cuisine in their mouths.
I understand their concerns.
I got a jet, but look for me if you ever want to try horn cuisine. I hear you're a brave soul.
Haunted cuisine.
Sure.
Thanks for the match. Sayonara.
I'm scared to know what his food's made of.
When you're dying for some spice, I like it.
I should probably get some dinner, but I just want to sleep. Huh? What's going on over there?
Admit it. Your family donates to Judge Meridane's academy. She gave you a free pass on that wing.
If you actually knew anything about me or my family, you'd know that couldn't be farther from the truth.
Just how many of your royal family members are in the Brigade? It's obvious nepotism.
If you have an issue, bring it up with the tournament committee. I'm sure they'll find your accusations to be baseless.
Ha! Run away like the cheat you are!
This was your third loss. You're out of the competition. Learn to take that in stride. You can always try again another year.
Why, you?
Mina!
Whoa. Oh. Kieran is an angel, apparently. That's interesting.
You cut my hand!
I'm sorry, but you were about to hurt my friend.
We need to get an officer. Can anyone help us?
Oh, goodness. I told you something terrible was brewing in town.
What happened here?
She just threw her dagger at me! I was aiming for your skewer. It was an accident. You raised your weapon and...
It looks to be only a scratch. Let's get that wrapped up. The three of you, come with me.
I've got a medical kit at the inn.
What are you all standing around for? Move along! I see. Shiv, you come from an honorable lineage as well. There's no need to throw dirt on Kieran's family. Your great-grandmother is the fabled Kiln, isn't she? Uniting the orc tribes by way of her cross-culture cuisine. She'd be ashamed of your attitude throughout this competition.
Got some drama going on now.
It seems to me that the only one who expected an easy win based on their background is you. The fact remains, contestants are not allowed to draw weapons on one another in town. It's a designated safe zone.
In town? So they're allowed to draw weapons on each other otherwise?
In accordance with Article 7 of the Proving Tournament Rules, you are hereby expelled from the competition for 2 years.
What? This is bull!
As for you, Mina, even though you tried to protect Kieran, you also broke the rules. You've injured Shiv's hand, and just think if your dagger had missed and hit a townsperson.
I'm sorry, Instructor.
You should have gotten an officer to handle the situation. You too must be expelled for endangering the people around you.
Oh no.
Is this the only way?
After being
Although I
undefeated this
understand
whole
the
time.
seriousness of the situation, I don't think Shiv or Mina truly meant any serious harm. Tensions were high. Threats were made.
Kieran, say your farewells to them. They're expected to leave tomorrow morning.
Mina, I'm so sorry. Listen, everything is going to work out. Don't give up. Mina?
Ah, well, that completes that chapter. Well, once we get to the end of this set of cutscenes, folks, I'm going to call it a night. I'm assuming the game has been saving the whole time.
She's heartbroken.
Thanks, Pixel Crash. I have to be at work. I have to get up for work in 6 hours myself, so I'm going to be wrapping it up in just a second here, too.
Mina needs to keep working. She has the
Have a good
same
night,
spirit
Pixel
I
Crash.
have at her age, including my weakness.
I'm standing right here, you two. Sorry, Mimi. I tried. Why don't you go on restocking duty? I can peel the potatoes. I'd rather peel the potatoes.
I think some exercise would be good for you. Get some fresh air.
All right, fine.
Be quick about it. The restaurant is opening in just a moment. And I don't want you to use any wind magic or daggers. It's ruining the backyard.
Go wild. The only thing ruining the backyard is all the monsters piling up.
Saskia!
What? It's true. Let loose, Mimi.
All right, folks, we're going to call it a night there. We'll pick this game up again next Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It's been a lot of fun so far, so I hope you look forward to coming back to it, and we get to find out what Mina has to do to get back into Battle Chef School. So thanks so much for joining me, and I hope you all have a great night, and if I don't talk to any of you the rest of the week, a great week and a great weekend. See ya.